So I'm doing a little walk from the office, heading to the mall. Always seem to walk by the White Castle. I haven't stopped in yet, but I leave the office at 5. The bus comes at 5:32. The mile walk takes me about 25 minutes. So I'm usually at the mall about 25 after. So I really don't have time to mess around, stopping off, getting food or whatnot, because if I miss that bus, the next one is at 6:37. It's a bus that only runs once an hour. Not good, especially for New York. But it's, so I make sure I'm on it. So, make sure I leave directly at 5 and get to that mall, by 25 after. I do have the option of catching a Suffolk County bus, paying $2.25, but $2.25 is an order of fried rice in Flushing, not worth the bus ride, and I don't have to wait to 5:32 anyway. So we're just going to do a little bit of recording from the White Castle to the mall. Sound a little out of breath because this is a faster paced walk for me. But like I say, it's a mile point 2 actually, but probably just a mile. And I do this 4 days a week. Thursdays I don't. Thursdays I hop the bus and take it down to the Huntington Railroad. Providing the bus is on time, I can manage to be home in 2 hours. When I leave at 5, I don't count my transportation time until it starts. So the transportation time starts at 5:30, and I'm usually in my room, with luck, 7:45, 8 o'clock. Gotta watch out for the car. I don't know if he sees me. He does now. And it's not so bad today. It's probably in the 40s. I'll continue to do this walk until I say it's uncomfortable. I actually wind up getting a little heated. I don't even have my jacket button other than my smaller jacket, because I'm wearing 2 of them, a light jacket and a heavy one, and my upper body is starting to heat up. Starbucks just opened. I don't really care for their coffee, never have. I like Dunkin' Donuts better. Suffolk County PD. And I'm getting close to where I need to be, and it's only like 20 after 5, so I'm making some good timing. Got a beer in the cake store and sodas and whatnot. Pass by a piano place every morning. So I'm on the fence about, do I want a car? I could save a lot of time. Question is money. Right now, my transportation on a monthly basis is running me about $250. But it can run less. I don't have to take Long Island Railroad. I could avoid that and just take buses. But it would definitely be 3 hours instead of 2 to 2.5. I personally like going home and mixing that up from a bus to a train to a subway and walking. Just seems to break up the time a bit. When I'm on buses straight through all the way, especially in the morning, starting at 5:45, and not getting until 8:30, it just seems long. But on the flip side, I'm kind of napping. I throw on my headsets and listen to some music, and it kind of kills the time. Had to stop because I'm at a light here. And I'm almost in the mall. I only got another 5 minutes to go. I don't think I'm going to do this in the snow. And, I don't know, 35 and up? I don't know. I just don't know what I want to do yet. Right now, I'm working and commuting. And, I don't do anything during the week. Come to think of it, even when I lived in Florida, never really did. Would get home, eat, fuck around on a computer, and go to bed. Occasionally, moose meeting, pop down on one night a week and have a beer. Pitcher of beer. I haven't done that here. I just go out on the weekends. I don't know. I don't have time during the week. You know, I get home at 8 o'clock. I'm in bed 10, sometimes earlier. If I'm tired, I'm out like a light. What do I think of New York? It's a question. I don't know. I know my options were limited in Florida. I know I can make more money up here. I've been told that several times by the people that I work for. Just going to take some time to build it up. Making $21 an hour as salary plus bonus. 21 an hour, but it's not 40. It's a 37-hour work week. Even if I worked 40, they only pay you for 37 because that's the work week. There is no overtime. You can work, you could stay, but you're only getting paid for 37. So that's the rate of pay. The rest is commission, bonus. Here's a little mall. We got a Five Guys, an Applebee's, Bed Bath Beyond, PetSmart, Verizon store. This is the Huntington Shops. Beyond that is the Walt Whitman Mall. This is the town of Huntington. I work in the town of Melville, so I walk from one town to another. But like I say, it's only a mile. Leaves are starting to fall off the trees. And I'm looking at my bus stop. I don't see the Nassau County bus. The Nassau County Route 79 pops into Suffolk County. I can then hop on the Suffolk County bus, the S1, that basically goes from one railroad to another, from Huntington down to Amityville. I could take a bus, the S1, to Amityville. That's a 45-minute run. I can then take the train from Amityville into Jamaica. Also a 45-minute run. The bus has to leave the mall at 5 and be at my office by 5:05. If it's not, I only have a 4-minute window to play with because it arrives at the train station at 5:45 and the train leaves at 5:49. 4 minutes is not a lot of time to mess with. So 5:05, if it's 5:08 when I get on it, that gives me a minute. And I better hope that traffic isn't a bitch. Otherwise, I miss that train. And if I miss that train, the next one is 45 minutes later. I'm not happy with that, so I don't chance it. Not often. Doing this walk, catching the 5:32 if it's on time, gives me a 45-minute run to the Hicksville train station, which normally gets there around 6:15. The train is at 6:35. I've got time to mess with. Time to go to the bathroom. Time to grab a cup of coffee if I want a Dunkin' Donuts. time to grab dinner if I want. I haven't done that yet in Hicksville. I've kind of fell in love with Flushing or Jamaica because the prices are reasonable. Again, I can get a dinner in Flushing for $3.50 for as much as $5.25, $5.50. And I'm talking a full, not a cheap dinner. I'm talking Chinese food, rice and vegetables and meats. You can't go wrong for under $6. So the mall's in front of me. They got a P.F. Chang's, a Cheesecake Factory, a Panera Bread, and something else. And here's the bus stop coming up, and I always make it with like 5 minutes to spare. If I keep doing this, the weight's going to come off. I'm down 12 pounds in 2 months, so 6 pounds a month. I can fit into some clothes and actually have to use the tighter belt. And now I wait for like 5 minutes if the bus is on time, which sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But even if this one is late, I still have that 20-minute window to mess with to catch a 6:35 train. But even if I miss that one, the next one's 6:47. It's no big deal. But this seems to be the best way to get home. Anyway, signing off. Bye-bye.